So we're at Erlenberg on the Progetto, tier 10. This tank is automatic loading, which means you can make your choice to fire all your magazine and be punished in the extremely long reload of 52 seconds with rammer and food and vents. Or you can fire single shots for 340 average damage at 10.2 second reload. But you get to make the choice of 1, 2, 3 or 4. So essentially, at Erlenberg, what you're attempting to do on either flank is punish mistakes made by the enemy team. Mistakes are crossing the water early. Never. That's why it's known as Erlenberg. So we do have a really good crew in this tank, and bizarrely enough, as big as it is, it still does have quite a good camo rate. So we pick up a spot on the IS-3, he picks up a nice shot into us. I could have sat still, could have tried to shoot him in the top of the turret, but with 2 squares on the enemy team that have probably not fired yet, I would become target number 1, so I didn't fancy the attempt. I mean, if it may have been completely futile. So we're still picking up the mistakes being made. The T-54E1 has still come far too far up the field. I'm willing to trade with this guy now because we do out reload his interclip. In this battle as well, just before it started, my mark of excellence was at 96.7. So we found the IS-3 again, who had backed off. He'd made a wide move actually, back off. So he's a tier 8 in a tier 10 game. His auto-loader friend had died. He's trying to get himself back into cover. Maybe get a couple more shots off in the game. So with him gone, and the artillery has just fired at me, I'm quite happy to move up, knowing that one arty is firing at the other flank. And we secure a nice kill on some eyeballs from the enemy team. It's always good to do. Priority targets in any game are auto-loaders, light tanks. So you can kill the enemy's view range in any game, and you can take out clip damage burst potential tanks early. They should be your prioritised targets. There's no need to YOLO to try and kill one though, you know. Play casually. So, on my journey back, I'm now getting 4 shells in. Somebody's already asked to defend the base, which is good. They're aware of more enemy mistakes being made, which is this time they're coming around and trying to get on our cap circle with so many tanks above them, and they came, knowing the amount of numbers left on the top of the screen, they came with 3. So we missed the Trinity, which is unfortunate, so I decided to duck back and get a full magazine of 4 in again. With the pattern right here, we're good to go. He's got great gun depression as well. So we're going to focus fire. Everybody focus fire on the object 430, so the Vanguard, me and the pattern. So now we've isolated him, the slowest firing tank on the team that came forward. So we isolated the quick firing tanks there, we got rid of those, the Trinity and the 430. Now we're going to take out the 277. So these are where we're finding mistakes that we can take out. So the Vanguard already knows the plan. He's involved. He's a fantastic light tank player. I think the Vanguard is a great addition to the game for people who want to play it. I generally hate trying to kill them. So we stick 1 in. We've got 4 back in. And we secure our third kill of the game. So now the likelihood is the enemy are spread around on the other flank. And we can safely cross over. We have 4 shells in the mag now. I would have loved a piece of this tank. And obviously I would have loved to have killed him. But alas, I also didn't get spotted, which was another good thing. So these red players here are 2 probably of the wisest players on the enemy team. They never allowed themselves to get isolated until the end of the game. I was so sick that shell actually in reality was about 1 millimeter from behind, sealing the top gun for myself. No spoilers, I am going to kill these last 2 vehicles. So the chisel was probably in a bush or something at the start of the game, staring out over the field. Would love to have anybody to have gone forward, but unfortunately they didn't. Our arty punishes that chisel, and we're going to get the kill shot right here. We pick up 5 kills. 4,159 damage with 2,267 assisted.